Previously on Dadding All Day.
Hey sweetie, what's in this box? What is going on, everybody? Chuck here, and I hope that you are having a wonderful day today. Sorry for that little teaser. I mean, I was just having fun with it, but in this box is something that is really cool. It's been something that I've been thinking about getting for a while now. I was hesitant to pull the trigger because there's just so many choices, but in this box is a new toy. What I went ahead and did is I bought a new spreader. What I went with was the Earthway 2600A Plus. I went with this based on reviews from the Lawn Care Nut and Lawn Tips and a few other things that I watched, and felt like this is probably the best bang for the buck spreader for my uses. Now everyone has different uses, different size lawns, so different spreaders match different lawn types to an extent, or different sized yards, and so I feel like this is the best one for me, I think, because I have yet to use it. But I do have the EdgeGuard DLX here. It's been a great spreader. It still works. The only thing is the EdgeGuard has detached and I can't get it to reattach, or even when I did get to reattach, I couldn't get it to engage. And with my lawn is uneven, so it has a lot of bumps and dips and stuff, and so I really wanted something with pneumatic tires, which the Earthway has. So that will help with my fertilization, maybe a little bit more precise fertilization there, maybe, I don't know. So yeah, before I can throw down any more fertilizer this year, I did use the DLX for my pre-emergent, but now that I'm gonna throw down some lime, some soil amendments, and some fertilizer, I wanna go ahead and use my new baby. So the one thing I wasn't prepared for was having to put this thing together as much as I apparently have to. So there you go. It took a lot more to put together than I knew it would. I knew it would take a lot, but actually putting it together, it took a lot more effort. It took me longer than I wanted, probably like 30 to 45 minutes. Lots of nuts and bolts to put in, and getting pieces put together, whereas with the Scotts, because I bought it at Home Depot or Lowe's, wherever I bought it at, it was already put together, just get going, right? So it did take a little bit more to put together, but everything appears to work. The only way to know is to actually put some product in here and throw it out in the yard. On second thought, I may have to wait. It is a bit windy outside, and I don't want to put fertilizer and whatever in here and then it just not be heavy enough or being thrown out fast enough to actually fight the wind, and then it blows back in my face or just blows around, so I get uneven coverage. So I think I'm gonna wait a little while and see, maybe later this afternoon, early evening after dinner, maybe it lightens up a little bit. So let's just play the waiting game. Let's quickly go over what products I'm going to be using on the main lawn first. So I have this Scotts Foundation Soil Improver. I actually found this at Home Depot was the last bag. They had it on clearance for $5. So I figured, you know, it's $5. It's only gonna help, so why not throw it down? It's basically just a, well, it says a soil improver. It reduces soil compaction, boosts water and nutrient retention, and provides an environment for microbial growth. Whatever, I don't really care. It's just a soil improver with clay soil. I can use all the help I can get. Now for fertilizer on the main lawn, I actually went to my local co-op looking for 50-pound bags. I was told they had 50-pound bags of Milorganite. I still love Milorganite. But I actually found this, a 10-lawn plant food for lawn and garden. It is a 6-12-12 analysis, which was really surprising. I didn't know that. I had not seen that before, and with it being 10 lawn and it was my local co-op, I figured I'd go with it and, I figured I'd go with it and sort of, you know, help local business, right? So with a 6-12-12 analysis, it actually fits into my soil test results, because if you recall, on my main lawn, my nitrogen was doing really well, but my my phosphorus and my potassium were really, really low. So this is kind of exactly sort of what I would need, right? But also that's kind of what the bag recommends, 6 to 8 pounds per 1,000. So I'm going to be going with the high number there, 8 pounds per 1,000 on the main lawn of this. And I could go into the math of figuring out the pounds of N, but I'm really bad at math and don't feel like explaining it. So I'll link to some videos down below and some cool tools that you can use to help calculate lawn fertilizers to get your pounds of N. So let's go ahead and weigh out this fertilizer and get to spreading. I will say that up until recently, I actually did have a luggage scale for weighing out my fertilizer with my Lowe's bucket, but I ran over that scale, so it no longer works. So I'm going to have to use a smaller method, and this is the best I can do. So it will take a little bit more time to actually weigh out this fertilizer. But like I said, I'm going to do 8 pounds per 1,000, so I have a 2,500 square foot lawn. So that'd be 16 and a half. So 16, that'd be 20 pounds. So it's basically half of this bag right here to cover my 2,500 square foot lawn. Oh my gosh, making a mess. New spreader. Didn't close the hopper. Now, that fertilizer, because it's a cheaper fertilizer as far as like where I bought it, and it's, you know, clearly not one of the big name brands, they don't have any spreader settings on there. So on the Earthway, I actually put it at a number 15, and we're gonna see how that spreads at first. You know, I may wanna actually go lower than 15, maybe like even like the 10, and then see how the product is going. Because it's a synthetic, I don't wanna risk too much going out and burning part of my lawn. So start off low, and then if it's like, oh, not enough's coming out, then you can raise it up a little bit. Oh no, close it. Man. So there is a level of getting used to that spreader, because obviously on the edge guard, it's a handle. So when you're ready to spread your fertilizer, you engage the handle. When you're done, you let go and it stops spreading unless the door gets caught or something like that. With that one, you actually have to move the lever around. So there may either be a few really green areas or a few burned areas. So it spread somewhat evenly. I wish I could have gotten one more pass closer to the road, because there's just a little bit left in there, but I got pretty close to it. So, you know, towards the road may not have as much fertilizer, but all the product went out. Like I said, there's a little bit of a learning curve with that Earthway than with the DLX. I think the DLX is the Scott's Turf Builder Edge Guard is a lot like Milorganite. It's foolproof. Now, yes, it could break, and the mouth, the door of the hopper could stay open because it got a little piece of fertilizer got stuck in there or something like that. And so some fertilizer can come out and spill out, even though you've stopped. But the Earthway, because it's a manual release, There's a couple times where I didn't close it, so some fertilizer spilled out on the grass a little bit. But yeah, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put down the soil improver. The bag covers 5,000 square feet, so because I'm 2,500 here, half a bag, right? So I'm gonna put half of that bag down here on the front lawn or on the main lawn, then we'll get over to the strip. It really is a guessing game. Doesn't really have a smell. It's like dirt. What the makeup of it is. Volcanic ash, coconut husk biochar, some kind of attapulgite clay. It says on the Scott spreaders to be at a 4 3/4 setting. So I'm gonna put this at a 15 and we'll just see if that's enough. So I went on the setting 15 to a 20. May have been a bad idea. 15 didn't seem like enough product was coming out, but 20, too much product was coming out. So I may not be able to do the checkerboard cross pattern on this. We'll see. All right, so now I have the 1,000 square foot strip that I'm also gonna apply the soil improver, and then we'll talk about the fertilizer here in just a second. Okay, so on the strip, if you recall my soil test results, I was deficient in all 3 of the major macronutrients, your nitrogen, your phosphorus, and your potassium. So I had a choice to make. So I have a bag looks like a bag and a half, bag and just shy of 3/4 of X-Start fertilizer. It's an 8-24-4. And then I also have some of this here left over, 10-10-10. Now the reason why I would go with the X-Start is because it has other good stuff in it. It also has some sulfur and some zinc in there, and some other. Also has some fulvic acid, some hardwood biochar, and some other goodies in there. So it's got some other good stuff to help with the soil and all that kind of good stuff. It also has your zinc and your sulfur in there. Whereas the 10-10-10 is just a good all-around even number fertilizer. It makes the math real simple. And so it's kind of hard to decide what I want to use for this one. I'm gonna go with the X-Start. So that is it for this video. The lawn season is officially started, and it's really, really exciting to get out there, throw some fertilizer down, get those smells and everything that come with putting fertilizer and amendments down on your lawn. It's just really, really cool. And then you hear other people outside of my neighborhood, they're cutting their grass, and maybe they're doing fertilizers too, I don't know, but at least they're outside, they're mowing. So even though we can't go and really talk to one another in person, we're all sort of united in this lawn care community, especially here on the YouTubes. But yeah, so I don't know if you learned anything from the spreader or from this video. I will say the Earthway 2600A+, because of the pneumatic tires, glides over my very bumpy and uneven lawn, so that's really, really awesome. I am going to be doing a full comparison review between the Earthway 2600A+ and the Scotts EdgeGuard DLX, so that'll be coming out here pretty soon. But anyway, I have new stickers also. Email me at my email address down below, and I'll gladly send you out a new sticker. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment below. When does your season start? Have you already gotten started with your lawn season, or when does it start? Let's just talk about it. Let's be united in this lawn care community and talk about something else other than what's out there in the news today. But anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Please stay safe out there, and God bless. Don't worry, old friend. I'll be using you here really, really soon.